Hi everyone, it is June 2, 2022, and you're watching the Awesome 10x Crypto Market Update. So let's look at news first before diving into the charts. Here in Cointelegraph, we are seeing that wealthy Coinbase clients are still holding their Bitcoin since December 2020. And that is an intuitive assumption that hodlers are obviously still holding their shares. We can see that here under this study, there still is 1.4 million bitcoins under Coinbase custody for institutional clients, and these have still increased 300% since Q4 2020. For most cases, the same amount of Bitcoin is still in the custodian wallets, which flowed out from Coinbase for highly likely institutional purchases since December 2020. If this is the case, then this means that most of these profits are still underlying and underscoring that strong holding sentiment. Let's read further a few news here. We're seeing that Chipotle has been adding crypto payments via Flexa. Nearly 3,000 Chipotle restaurants across US is now willing to accept 98 cryptocurrencies as the Mexican-style fast food chain partnered with Flexa to support crypto payments. Here, the partnership which started on June 1 is accepting Bitcoin, Ethereum, and seven US dollar peg stablecoins, including USD coin. It's weird though that Chipotle didn't contain this information on their announcement. But if this is an accepted digital currency, that would be very good for adoption, as we can see that a lot of large businesses, such as especially El Salvador, obviously has done a lot of retail and merchant Bitcoin transactions for their citizens. All right. Here, for the so-called cryptocurrency giveaway, Chipotle partnered with former Ripple CTO Stefan Thomas, creating a game where players are guessing a code, possibly winning either a burrito or up to $25,000 worth of Bitcoin. The game parodied Thomas's experience of losing over 7,000 Bitcoins due to forgetting the password for his crypto wallet, which could today be worth over $200 million. McDonald's, known for poking fun on crypto Twitter, filed multiple trademark applications in February, including plans for a virtual restaurant featuring actual and virtual goods in the metaverse and operating a virtual restaurant featuring home delivery. While crypto adoption remains high despite market turbulence, merchants have expressed desire to implement payment solutions to capture the growing interest. So we can see that crypto is still choppy, and you've got bulls and bears defending what's happening in cryptocurrency. Further news, let's read this. The Kraken CEO defends listing Luna 2.0. So Bitcoin traders don't pay the bills. We're seeing that Kraken, another crypto exchange, their CEO Jesse Powell came under fire for listing the second generation Luna. Take note that Luna was the cryptocurrency that lost over $60 billion of market cap overnight. Upon several depegging of their stable coins. You're seeing that the crypto winter has emotions running high. Respected names such as Nick Carter of Castle Ventures spoke out against the decision. Powell lashed out on short seller Jim Chanos, who so far built a very large short against Coinbase, which is Kraken's biggest competitor. Carter simply tweeted why and now on the announcement of the listing of the new Luna. So Jesse Powell, let's read the tweets. Client demand. There is a weird dynamic with exchanges. Switching cost is low. People tend to want to do everything all in one place for capital efficiency, synergies, and convenience. Not supporting one coin people demand could cost you the entire account. Listing is not an endorsement. What they're saying is that as a crypto exchange, they are supposed to just list no matter if people deem it as a shitcoin or an altcoin that doesn't have value. And for the world's largest fourth crypto exchange, you can see that Kraken has listed over 160 cryptocurrencies, from Bitcoin to Filecoin to even the iteration of Luna. And what you're seeing here, in my view, is that while the Terra collapse, which caused even suicides, I think that as an exchange, and what you can see here is that we are a marketplace, just like eBay, and Bitcoin traders don't pay the bills. What he means is that Just like stocks, a lot of stocks and fiat are garbage, but where is the outrage? Revenue from other coins pay for all the security, pro BTC lobbying, and marketing. What he's saying is that as an exchange, they cannot defend against listing what people might see as a venture that is really towards zero. Anyway, I think that as an exchange, if you're really bearish, you will just really treat it as a penny stock. As we know, stock exchange do have meme stocks, penny stocks, micro cap stocks, and is always a caveat emptor, right? So this one also is something that is worth intriguing and worth discussing, I suppose, for those crypto market updates. Everyone knows that Jim Chanos is a significant short selling legend, and here Jesse Powell is defending cryptocurrency and exchanges, even his competition, which is Coinbase. He said that the mistake of boomers, in this case, short seller Jim Chanos, is that if you compare crypto exchanges to traditional borders, it's almost as if Borders as a comparison for Amazon all over again. Book margins are coming down. Borders has cafes, yeah, yeah. But what about the meteorite, the dinosaur? What meteor? This one, BTC. I think what you're seeing here is that, of course, for cryptocurrency believers, they don't see. Actually, you've got polar opposites here. Others just see a normal cryptocurrency exchange. Others see that it's gonna eat up the whole system. So here, legacy fees are still there, hidden or moved. Crypto brokerage is just one service powered by a gigantic stack of infrastructure, replacing other middlemen and ancillary businesses. Revenue diversity will grow with adoption, paradigm shifts over the next 10 years. Also, he believes that he wants to own both Bitcoin and exchanges, since exchanges are sort of a bet on the whole space growing. Well, we can see in the charts what the market actually thinks about. First and foremost, let's go to the charts now. Here, Bitcoin dollar continues to remain choppy. While it is above 26,000 here and above 28,000, it still has a wide space within 20 with around 30% from here, from 30,000 to 36,000. So we're seeing that the major resistance is still 20% away, to suggest that Bitcoin is actually still in the consolidation that could actually move higher after being oversold since the drop from 48K around March 30, congruent to where your Nasdaq, S&P 500 also peaked. Now we are seeing as well that currencies like stock related names like Coinbase has been falling down and continues to remain in a downtrend. So far, all the short sellers on Coinbase have been doing well. You're seeing that since March 30, on the peak of S&P 500 then, Coinbase has dropped from 205 all the way to 40, or over 80%. It has since rallied back to $80, or a 100% rise, only to fall down yet again to 68. Here at about $60, if Coinbase manages to stay above, it can still technically go up. But you've got these resistances from 95 to 120. So far, the bears still have control, although the bulls have a little bit of a support, a minor support at 60, and here at 40. Furthermore, for the news, I want to read what just happened with Solana. Let's just go through to the news on Solana as well. So Solana price has been diving after the latest network outage. So Solana has been suffering their fifth outage for the year. In the first 5 months of the year, a bug-related consensus failure was the culprit this time. Solana network not having a good year. You're seeing a lot of outages, and validator operators successfully completed a cluster restart of mainnet beta following a rough 4.5-hour outage after the network failed to reach consensus. dApps will continue to restore client services over the next several hours. Solana Labs co-founder Yakovenko explained what happened in a tweet. Durable nonce instruction caused part of the network to consider the block as invalid. No consensus could be formed. So a lot of negative sentiment towards Solana. Let's go to the news. Let's go to the chart itself of Solana here. You're seeing divergent movements based on the cryptocurrency specific specific news. So some names are going new lows. You're seeing that since March, since April, where the Nasdaq also peaked in the short term, Solana has dropped from $140 all the way nearing $40, actually $39 so far, which means that it has fallen over 70 to 80%, almost nearing the same drop of Coinbase. You're seeing that the next drop is still here at about $23, and the downtrend continues to be significant for Solana. So that has to do with the outages, and even Ethereum with delay, which also made a delay, is also seeing negative movements. You're seeing that in the cryptocurrency land, everything is still with a strong bearish downtrend move, and the supports are still very low. For cryptocurrency Ethereum, with their internal delays on their merging, you're seeing that the next support could be at 1.4. That's still low, and any rallies at 2.1 has since been stalling and still is sold down. From that loco, you're seeing all the cryptocurrency stocks are also being shorted. MicroStrategy, despite owning only Bitcoin, is also seeing a lot of selling pressure after rallying almost 100% from 137 to 267. We see a lot of bears shorting the stock on MicroStrategy, and here about 260 has fallen to 238. Next support probably at 180 or 200, although my assumption is that Bitcoin is more resilient rather than the other crypto firms, which may mean that instead of like the other crypto names, MicroStrategy just purely owning Bitcoin could actually be more resilient than the others, with a support seen here at about $180. That would still be more than 30% drop from last price. Silvergate, who is a crypto-focused bank, is also falling down. You're seeing that after rallying here at 81, has dropped at 71. Tiny supports you could see here at about $60 for Silvergate. So the charts of most cryptos are still down, even if Bitcoin price is steadily trading at 29,000. You could see here on my watch list, Coinbase dropping 12% last night, MicroStrategy dropping 10%. A lot of Bitcoin miners like Marathon Digital, Hut Mining, Riot Blockchain, Bitfarms continues to be dropping over 6 to 10%, even when the market overall in the Nasdaq was just consolidating 1%. That means that crypto is a high beta leveraged product that the market perceives as more risky, even as the Nasdaq was just clearly unchanged last night with just a profit-taking drop from 12.8 to 12.5. What more could crypto stocks fall if Nasdaq were to break below this 11.5 area, which is also likely if the market will continue the bearish downtrend since here around March. So for crypto fans there, I would say that crypto continues to be in a bearish light. And if you are a buyer of crypto, you have to be very careful because this is still a thin ice for Bitcoin here about 27,000, and it is not yet over. Even if it gets a rally towards 36K, there still is a ton of selling pressure above 40K. So a lot of selling pressure rather than buying pressure. So we remain to be cautious overall on crypto. We are just staying sidelines. Why am I not shorting cryptocurrencies? It's because from a oversold condition, these can rally 30%, or it may not rally and just consolidate here with a lot of downsides still imminent and unavoidable drops because there's no strong support. Okay, so it's choppy with primary downtrend still. At least when I'm talking about primary, I'm just really talking about a few weeks to a month. So maybe for others, that's not primary enough. Of course, if you are looking too far, no, like super long term, yes, obviously there's a ton of support here about 13,000 and 20,000. So still, because the supports are still far, we would be cautious. And in this choppy environment of Bitcoin, we would stay out and just watch how things unfold. So mostly just staying while Bitcoin is choppy, no positions, no longs, no shorts, not really not giving much of an indication of a strong market either on the bull side or on the bear side. You can see that other analysts are seeing that a drop towards 15,000 or 20,000 is still not unavoidable for Bitcoin. Okay, so that is yeah, that is just how crypto markets are. It's just a short update about it. We don't see a reason to buy anytime yet, and if you are accumulating, we would argue that the drops are not yet over, or if it even rallies, then you are sure to see a resistance at $36,000 for Bitcoin, and be careful on that 27,000 area of support, because if that breaks down, then the overall market obviously goes down. We see a strong correlation of crypto adoption as the only bullish side for crypto. While it's positive to see Chipotle, or even NBA partnerships today, we see that as a small bull versus many bears that are still thinking twice on the higher interest rates, high inflation, and just simply the leverage that is available today in the market with quantitative tightening happening worldwide. So we think that quantitative tightening will actually pull out a lot of liquidity from cryptocurrency assets. And the Terra Luna fiasco obviously is a strong dampener, even the Luna 2.0. So that's really why we continue to avoid and continue to stay in the sidelines for cryptocurrencies so far. Thank you, and that's it. Bye bye.